Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mrs. M, and if you haven't, make sure you click the link below to register for my channel. That way you receive all the information on how to build your cleaning business to 6 figures and beyond. So I received an email about bidding. How do you bid? There are various questions or software. So how do you bid? Is bidding correctly still possible? Are you leaving a lot of money on the table? So on and so forth. So there is a formula that I would suggest you use. There's various ways to bid, but one of the formulas that we teach with our students is our formula, and it's called 10x better bidding. So 10x your bidding, better bidding. So the first thing you want to do is I'm going to give you 3 steps on how to do your bidding better. So the first thing you need to know is the formula, and the formula goes as you have the square footage of the facility. Now there's various ways you can get the square footage. That's a separate video all to itself. So we're going to just start with, you already know the square footage. We'll just go into, you could ask them, you could measure it yourself, you could have a software app that measures it. So there's several ways you get the square footage, but that is the first part. The second part is you need to know the amount of time it's going to clean that square footage based on the production rate. So let's say the production rate is 3,600 square feet an hour. Then you would divide that into the amount of square footage with the production rate. So if it's 3,600 square feet an hour, you divide that into your square footage. Then the next amount is to figure out how many days you're going to clean. So you would add in the amount of days, and then you would need to, that would equate to what the man hours are going to be. So you want to have your square footage, then you need the square footage per hour, then you need, that'll give you your daily hours. So you divide that gives you daily hours. Then you take that and you times that to figure out what it's going to be, how many days a month. So square footage divided into the amount of square footage you're going to cover an hour. Then you take that, you divide that gives you that amount. Then you take that amount, and that's going to give your daily hours. That's what your daily hours. So square footage divided into the production rate. That is going to give you your daily hours. Then you take your daily hours, and you're going to times that to see how many days you're going to do it. So let's say you're doing 20. You times that's going to give you your man hours. And then the only piece you need left with that is how much you're going to pay. Now, of course, there's other videos where I go into, you're going to take your man hours, and then you're going to figure out what your payroll taxes are, which is an absolute must. And then you figure out your overhead, which could be 30%, and then your profit, 20%. But I just wanted to break down the formula. So let's go through it again. Step 1 is your square footage. Step 2 is knowing what your production rate is. Step 3, you divide that and get what your daily man hours are. Once you have your daily man hours, you then go into how many days. So you times that, and that gives your man hours. So you take your man hours and figure out what you're going to do when it comes to how much you're going to pay. So if you take those steps, now if you want to know more about setting up systems, and you can really, bidding is as essential as breathing when it comes to cleaning. So you need to know how to bid. And this is a part of my 3 steps that I always emphasize, which was customer acquisition, customer attraction, acquisition, and retention. This falls in the middle, which is customer acquisition. If you do not do the proposal right, the walkthrough right, if you do not know how to bid, you will not acquire a customer. And if you do, you will not be able to retain them because you bid too low. So we want to make sure we get all 3 parts and built in your systems, so that way you have it done every day the same way all the time. That means you could go do the bid, or an employee could do a bid, or whomever, but it's not dependent upon you. So if you would like to know more about building systems, customer acquisition, customer attraction, retention, all of those, building within a system, automation, then guess what? I would love to teach you, because I actually was able to build my cleaning business to $30,000 a month with 1 contract within 60 days. If you would like to know all about the systems and the bidding and all that I use, then make sure you click the link below to register for my Learn How I Was Able to Make $30,000 in My Cleaning Business Within 60 Days Masterclass. You will learn all of this, and I always make sure that we stay on and have interaction, but make sure I answer all the questions during the masterclass. So bring a pen and some paper. That way you can actually take I always make sure I give you actionable items that you can implement that night. When you get through with that masterclass, you have something you can implement that evening. So if this sounds like exactly what you need, guess what? I'd love to have you there. So make sure you click the link below, register for my Learn How I Made $30,000 in My Cleaning Business Masterclass. And until next time, take care and be safe. Bye-bye.